Welcome to Just Gist TV. Just when fans thought this chapter was completely closed, the story has taken an unexpected turn. Maurice and Sonia Uche are back in the same conversation again. And this time, the twist has left fans absolutely stunned. For months, the idea of Maurice and Sonia Uche ever working together again felt impossible. After a series of rumors, online controversies, emotional live streams, indirect statements, and intense fan debates, many believed their professional relationship had been permanently damaged. The tension surrounding their names grew so strong that even casual mentions sparked heated reactions. Fans drew clear lines. Critics picked sides. And silence filled the gaps where clarity never came. That is why the latest revelation has sent shockwaves across Nollywood social media. According to multiple circulating reports and strong insider conversations, Maurice has finally agreed to work with Sonia Uche again in 2026. The alleged agreement, still months away, is said to involve a professional collaboration that both parties initially avoided due to the emotional weight surrounding their past association. The moment this information surfaced, disbelief took over. Fans could not believe what they were seeing. Comment sections exploded with shock, excitement, confusion, and skepticism. Some celebrated the news as growth and maturity. Others questioned whether reopening that chapter was wise. One thing was certain, nobody expected this. To understand why this decision feels so shocking, it is important to revisit how intense the fallout once appeared. At the height of the controversy, their names were constantly paired with speculation, alleged misunderstandings, and emotional narratives that spiraled far beyond their original context. Online observers dissected every statement, silence, and appearance, often drawing conclusions that neither party publicly confirmed. The tension was not just professional. It became personal in the eyes of the public. That public pressure made the possibility of collaboration seem unrealistic. Fans assumed both actors would deliberately avoid each other indefinitely. Some even argued that working together again would reignite unnecessary drama. So when news broke that Maurice had agreed to work with Sonia Uche again, reactions came in waves. The first wave was shock. Fans expressed disbelief, using words like unexpected, unbelievable, and never saw this coming. Many admitted they had written off any chance of reconciliation, professional or otherwise. The second wave was curiosity. People began asking questions immediately. What changed? Who initiated the conversation? Was this a mutual decision or a strategic one? And why 2026? Speculation filled the timeline. According to insiders, the decision did not happen suddenly. Reports suggest that conversations about professionalism, boundaries, and emotional closure had been happening quietly behind the scenes. These discussions were reportedly slow, deliberate, and focused on separating personal emotions from career growth. That detail mattered to fans. Supporters praised the move as a sign of maturity. They argued that growth means learning to coexist professionally without reopening old wounds. To them, agreeing to work together again does not erase the past but shows the ability to move forward. Critics, however, were not convinced. Some questioned Maurice's motives, suggesting the decision might be driven by public pressure, industry influence, or strategic relevance. Others worried about Sonia Uche, expressing concern that returning to a shared project could expose her to renewed scrutiny. Sonia Uche's supporters were particularly vocal. They emphasized how much she endured during the peak of the controversy and warned against reopening emotional doors that took time to close. Many argued that peace should be prioritized over public curiosity. Still, others saw hope. They described the decision as symbolic, a sign that the chaos surrounding their names no longer controls their careers. According to this group, agreeing to work together again sends a message that online narratives do not define professional capability. Maurice's role in the decision became a major focus. Fans analyzed his recent statements, body language, and public appearances, looking for clues that hinted at a change in mindset. Some pointed to his calmer tone in recent interviews, suggesting he has moved past defensive reactions. Others noted that his silence on certain topics appeared more intentional than before. Entertainment analysts weighed in cautiously. They noted that Nollywood thrives on chemistry and history, and that collaborations often resurface when time creates emotional distance. According to them, 2026 is far enough away to allow proper emotional reset while still keeping the collaboration relevant. The year itself became a talking point. Fans questioned why the agreement was set so far ahead. Insiders suggested that the timeline was intentional, allowing both parties to focus on separate projects and personal growth before reuniting professionally. That spacing was seen as respectful rather than rushed. Sonia Uche, as expected, has not publicly commented. Her silence, once again, became part of the narrative. Supporters argued that she does not need to explain professionalism. Critics speculated endlessly about her feelings regarding the collaboration. But many fans noticed a pattern. Whenever Sonia remains silent, the conversation eventually settles. Her refusal to engage publicly often forces observers to reflect rather than escalate. In this case, her silence was interpreted as quiet confidence. The possibility of their reunion sparked nostalgia. Fans revisited old clips, scenes, and moments that once made their collaboration popular. Many admitted they missed seeing them work together before controversy overshadowed everything. That nostalgia softened resistance among some skeptics. Others remained firm. They warned that reopening public fascination could lead to renewed gossip and speculation. They argued that audiences rarely separate fiction from reality, especially when emotional history exists. The debate intensified. Some fans framed the collaboration as redemption. Others framed it as risk. A few argued it was simply business. Maurice's alleged agreement also reignited discussions about forgiveness and professional boundaries. Fans debated whether forgiveness is necessary for collaboration or whether mutual respect is enough. The internet was divided, but engaged. Entertainment insiders hinted that if the collaboration happens, it will likely be carefully controlled. Boundaries will be clear. Public appearances will be limited. The focus will be strictly professional. That assurance calmed some fans. They argued that with proper management, the collaboration could succeed without reigniting controversy. Others insisted that no matter how controlled, public perception will always speculate. As the conversation continued, one sentiment stood out: disbelief. Not anger. Not excitement alone. But disbelief. Fans simply could not wrap their minds around the twist. Just months ago, the idea felt impossible. Now, it is being discussed seriously. Whether the collaboration will truly happen remains to be seen. Agreements change. Circumstances evolve. But the fact that Maurice has allegedly agreed at all marks a major shift. It suggests closure. It suggests maturity. It suggests growth. Or at least, the attempt at it. Fans are watching closely. Every move, every statement, every silence will now be interpreted through this new lens. The story has entered a new phase, one less about conflict and more about possibility. Whether this decision will be celebrated or criticized in the long run depends on what unfolds next. For now, one thing is undeniable: this twist has changed the narrative. Maurice agreeing to work with Sonia Uche again in 2026 is not just news. It is a statement. And fans cannot stop talking about it. Stay with Just Gist TV as we continue to monitor reactions, insider updates, and every new development surrounding Maurice, Sonia Uche, and this unbelievable Nollywood twist.